May 28th, 2023, a Shell gas station in Columbia, South Carolina. Hi everyone, welcome to Legal Dynamics Co, where we unpack the law and justice one case at a time. A 14-year-old boy walked inside, picked up 4 bottles of water, put them back, and left. A man and his son followed him out of the store. They chased him 135 yards down the road. The boy fell. A single gunshot rang out. The bullet entered his lower back and pierced his heart. 14-year-old Cyrus Carmack-Belton died at the scene. He had stolen nothing. The man who fired the shot was Rick Chow, a 60-year-old gas station owner. His son Andy Chow was with him. The station had experienced shoplifting problems in the past and maintained surveillance systems and records of suspected offenders. On the evening of May 28th, Cyrus entered the store, handled 4 bottles of water, then put them back and walked out without taking anything. Surveillance footage later confirmed that no theft had occurred. Despite this, Rick and Andy Chow followed him. They pursued him across a parking lot and down the road. What happened during the final moments of that chase became the central issue in one of the most closely watched trials in South Carolina. According to Andy Chow, Cyrus fell during the chase, picked up a 9mm Taurus pistol, and pointed it at him. Andy testified that he raised his hands, backed away, and shouted to his father, "He's got a gun!" Rick Chow then fired a single shot from a .45 caliber Glock.
The solicitor was asking you a lot of questions, but one of the things that were clear on it, there was a gun pointed in your face that day.
Yes, sir.
Questions were being asked of you, and I don't know if it was embarrassed or so forth, but there's questions asked to you about how you were running and came to a stop. First, I want you to tell the jury again what happened from the point in time when you were running and caught up. Tell the jury again.
Okay, so I caught up to, so he had fallen on this, on a flat, and so I was running full speed, and I catch up to him.
Let me stop you right there. Come on, lay flat down. Just flat down. He's on his stomach?
Yes, sir.
Which way? Can you have him facing you, or let's have him facing this way? Just for example purposes. Lay flat that way, Kurt. Just flat down. Sorry about the seat. Okay, and so he's laying flat down, correct?
Yes, sir.
And you said you were running up to him.
Yes, sir.
And then what happened? You slowed down immediately?
I slowed down coming to the curb,
Uh-huh.
and then I see there's something in his hand,
Uh-huh.
and when I get closer, and he's starting to get up,
Okay.
and he points the gun over at me.
All right. And so you're going, and so the question, of course, from the solicitor is, how can you stop and start going this way? And you were talking about momentum?
Yes, sir.
So it's something like that, right?
Yes, sir.
Wow. Did that seem impossible?
No, sir.
And so your testimony is you were going full speed. Someone starts to stand up. And then your momentum, because you see what's going on.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
A forensic pathologist later testified that the bullet entered Cyrus's body from behind while he was bent over and pierced his heart.
Use me as a model. Where would that entrance room be?
So if we go mid-back, just underneath that, just right at midline, I would say approximately in this location here.
Okay. You can figure show the jury.
I would say right around here.
Hold on. It's an old shirt.
Okay. You want me to draw on you?
Show me where it is.
Okay. Never drawn on an attorney before.
Okay. And the trajectory was upward, you say?
Yes.
Okay. Show me with an X on the front of me where. Would it be on this side or this side?
It's going to be on the right side.
Okay. And do you need any notes or do you?
Turn around again. Oh, the left side, sorry, the left. Okay, so left, and it's, can I feel the bottom of your sternum? So it would be approximately here-ish.
Okay. Now with this rod, stand at the side. Show jury my profile, generally where that would be, how that would look going into Mr. Carmack-Belton's body.
Say it like this, if he was standing straight up.
Okay.
The problem is like my diagram, everyone's standing in anatomical position. No one is ever really standing in anatomical position when they get shot, so.
Well, if you're in a shooter's stance, if that was testified to, okay?
Okay.
Stand with the jury or where they can see you, and I'm over here.
Do you want me to put this down?
Yeah. Would you expect to see that trajectory if you're in the shooter's stance and you're behind me and I'm upright?
So a lot of times we get people, if someone is behind you with a gun, in general, someone's not going to stand there. A lot of times we have upward trajectories from people bending over.
Okay. The victim bending over, you mean?
Yes.
Let's just for argument's sake, you're the shooter and you're in a standard gunman stance. I am upright. Would you expect to see the trajectory that you observed on Mr. Belton?
No, so either the shooter would have had to be below you, shooting upwards, or the victim would have had to be at an angle downwards, or he would have been uphill. There's a few different variables, but generally not straight if we're on flat ground and I'm directly behind you.
Rick Chow was arrested the following day and remained behind bars for 3 years awaiting trial. The charge was murder. Under South Carolina law, prosecutors had to prove that Chow acted with malice aforethought. Their argument was simple. A 14-year-old who had committed no crime was chased and shot in the back. The defense argued something very different. They claimed Chow was not acting with malice at all. They argued he believed his son was facing an immediate deadly threat and fired to protect him. Before trial, Chow sought immunity under South Carolina's Stand Your Ground law. Judge Heath Taylor denied that request, ruling that Chow had not established at that stage that Cyrus pointed a firearm. The case therefore proceeded to a jury trial. At trial, the defense shifted its focus to self-defense and defense of others. Under South Carolina law, deadly force may be used to protect another person from imminent death or serious bodily harm. Andy Chow's testimony became the foundation of the entire defense case. 4 civilian witnesses testified that they never saw Cyrus point a firearm.
I had pulled onto the lot and I stopped. At that point, I saw Cyrus run across the street, them chasing him. I saw Cyrus trip, and he got up, and I was excited because I wanted him to continue running, but he didn't get up straight up. I thought he tripped again, and he went down. So then I drove down there when I stopped and asked if they needed help, was everything okay? Mr. Chow was in a shooting stance where he's standing upright with his legs and he had his arms like this.
We pulled into the gas station. As we were pulling in, Cyrus was running out, and behind Cyrus was his son and Mr. Chow. So Cyrus was running out, his shoe came off, he was pumping his arms and holding his pants with the other arm. He crossed the street and he tripped over the curb. At that time, he got back up. I see Mr. Chow step out. He had his arms up. And then we see Cyrus fall again to the ground. He kind of like crawled, basically, to the place where he passed.
So we're in here.
Yes, he was on his way back up. Mr. Chow was already like this.
Did you see Cyrus Carmack-Belton turn around at any point?
No,
Did you see him point anything at Rick Chow or Andy Chow at any point?
no.
However, the defense aggressively challenged the credibility of key witnesses. One prosecution witness had multiple felony convictions and gave inconsistent testimony.
Mr. Bryan, I want to go through first the testimony that you offered the state of South Carolina just a few moments ago. Do you remember what you testified to?
Yeah.
And I want to first start at the beginning part of your testimony that you were giving to the jury when they were asking you questions about guns. Do you remember that?
Yes.
And when they were asking you questions about guns, they were asking you about the prevalence and the amount of guns in the community of children, 14-year-olds and so forth. You remember those questions?
Yeah.
And do you remember saying that it was basically normal that a lot of kids have guns?
Yeah.
And it is okay for them to have guns because it's a sign, a status or something of that nature, right?
I'm not saying okay, but
It's not okay, is it?
yeah.
It's not okay?
I didn't say that it was okay for a child to have a gun. I never said that.
And then let me follow that up with that question. It's not okay, is it?
I mean, it depends on what point you come from. I don't.
Please explain. What point would make it okay for somebody under the age of 15 to possess a firearm?
I mean, I wouldn't know.
Well, you do know. You just said it depends. So let the jury know, based upon the questions from the state and your answer, when is it okay for someone under the age of 14 or a child to have a gun?
I mean, I wouldn't know. I mean, everybody had their own viewpoint of it. That's why I say it depends.
And I'm asking your viewpoint, based upon your testimony, based upon what you've offered to this jury, when is it okay?
I mean, protection-wise, if you ask me,
Go on, please. I did ask you.
that's it.
What do you mean protection-wise?
Depending on the area you grew up in or the areas you stay in, maybe.
And so when the state of South Carolina put you on the stand, they understood that you felt it was okay to break the law for protection.
Objection to the question.
I'll refer.
All right, right.
It is your testimony that it is okay to break the law for protection purposes.
No, I'm not saying. I never once said that.
Okay, tell me what you said. I don't want to put words in your mouth.
Just, I don't remember, but I didn't say that.
No, you just said it a few seconds ago, that it would be okay for protection purposes for someone under the age of 14 to have a firearm. Is that what you just said?
That's what I said.
Is it legal for someone under the age of 14 to have a firearm?
No.
So would it be breaking the law for a person under 14 to have a firearm?
Yeah.
And so would your testimony not have just been, it is okay for someone under the age of 14 to break the law for protection? Isn't that your testimony?
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
I guess? Because that's what they put you up to justify and say it's okay. So is that your testimony still to this jury?
Objection to the question and the implication.
I'll allow it, but be careful.
I am. Did you understand my question?
No, sir.
Well, let's move on just a bit. We'll go back to that. Do you own a firearm?
No.
You don't have a firearm.
No.
Did you have a firearm that day
No.
in your vehicle?
No.
You have a child yourself, if I'm not mistaken.
3.
And I think one of them would be 14 years old right now.
Yeah.
You would not want him to have a firearm.
No.
You would instruct him not to have a firearm.
No.
You would not want him to have a firearm for protection or status or anything.
No.
No, you would think it would be wrong. Correct? Correct?
Yeah.
It would be dangerous.
Yeah.
And you would not want your child in the community carrying a firearm.
No.
The solicitor's office asks you about your criminal record. You stand on the stand currently as a convicted felon.
Yeah.
And so you couldn't own a firearm anyway.
Yeah.
And so you stand over there convicted of 3 separate offenses.
I'm not sure how many. I'm not sure.
Not sure how many felonies you have?
No.
Were these all in Richland County?
Yeah.
And so were you prosecuted in this courthouse?
Yeah.
And so they are familiar with you?
I don't know.
Okay. When you talked to officers on the scene, well, let's go through this. You actually gave two separate statements to officers. One on a body cam on scene, do you remember that?
Yeah.
And then separately you talked to another officer. Is that a fair statement? Like you sat down and met with an officer and gave an actual recorded interview. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
And I'm going to go backwards. I'm going to talk about the second interview first, because this was with a member of the Richland County Sheriff's Department who interviewed you.
They both were.
Okay? Both were Richland County officers.
Yeah.
They interviewed you, right?
Yeah.
They asked you what happened.
Yeah.
They asked your details.
Yeah.
They let you give the story.
Yeah.
And you gave them this story, and after you gave the story, do you remember one of the officers telling you, don't embellish, that doesn't fit the evidence?
Objection.
I don't know what that means.
Sustained.
Yeah, I don't know what that means.
When you met with them, did they think you were exaggerating the story?
Objection, Your Honor,
No.
speculation of what somebody else believes.
Sustained.
When you gave the story to law enforcement, what was your belief when you left, when you talked to them? Do you believe they believed your version?
Objection, Your Honor, to what he believes somebody else believes.
I wouldn't.
Sustained. You're asking him to
That's fine,
determine
Judge.
what the officer believes.
When you gave your story to law enforcement, and I want to make it clear, you told law enforcement that, and I want to make sure it's good again, I want to make sure the testimony is good. At some point, you're saying the victim had his hands up,
Yeah.
and he shot when his hands were up? I just want to make sure, tell me if I'm wrong.
No.
So explain it to me again so we can all understand.
When he was on the ground, like
Yes, sir.
after he fell from being shot, it's like he was trying to roll himself over. That's when his hands was up.
Now, there's no question he fell twice.
Yes, it is.
Your testimony is that he was shot the first time.
Which
I'm
you-
asking, you tell me when he was shot, if he fell twice. Do you know exactly when he was shot?
You said if he fell twice after the second stumble, it wasn't two fallings.
It wasn't two falls?
No.
Okay. And I guess I'm getting more confused, and you did it with the solicitor's office, but I need to know exactly what position he was in when he was shot. And if I'm not mistaken, when you were,
When you saying when he was shot, as in when he hit the ground,
no, when he was shot.
like he was trying to stand completely up.
He was trying to stand completely up.
Yeah.
And I think when you were right here, you had him completely straight, correct?
What you mean completely straight?
Was he standing completely up when he was shot, like this?
I mean, almost as if yeah, almost.
And Mr. Chow, was he directly behind him?
No, not directly behind him.
If you can come down again for me and just put your body in the position that you saw, and I want to make sure I say this correctly, the position you saw Cyrus in when he was shot. Does that make sense? I'll make sure you understand my question before you do. Do you understand my question?
Yeah.
Yeah, can you come down from the stand and just show the jury the position, the exact position his body was in when he was shot that you saw?
Yeah. I said he was almost like completely up. Like he was getting up like this. He wasn't here. Yeah.
Okay.
No, he was like here, but still trying to move and get up at the same time. You get what I'm saying?
I do, and I'm just confused because I thought with the solicitor's office you said he was straight up. So you're not saying he was
He's
straight.
trying to get straight up. He's trying to get up like how I'm standing, like this. He's trying to get to this point, but he never could get to this point. He's still stumbling, trying to catch his movement. That's what's going on.
That's what you saw.
Yeah.
Okay. And then after he was shot, what happened from that
He
position?
fell. He fell completely again.
Right there.
Yeah.
Didn't move any further.
It's like maybe like a try to turn over type of thing, maybe.
So where the body came to rest is where he was shot.
I don't know where his body came to rest at. Because it was so many people gathered around him, I couldn't see exactly nothing. All I could see is like legs and feet, and the older lady's son was on their knees and all of that. I couldn't really exactly see him. Like I'm looking at this desk right here,
Yes,
I
sir.
couldn't literally just see everything. I see everybody huddled around him.
Okay, go ahead back up there. Thank you. Now I want to go backwards to the body cam footage. Do you remember you said on the side of the road you talked to the officers while
Yeah.
they were there?
Yeah,
Is that a yes?
yeah,
Do you remember telling the officer on the body footage that you watched the shot through your car mirror, through your rearview mirror?
No,
You do not remember that?
no,
And if I was to find testimony or anything you would dispute saying that to anyone that day?
I don't remember that.
Is it possible you could have said that?
I don't remember that at all.
And you had mentioned that when you were driving by the scene, you were going at a very slow pace.
Yeah,
And if there was video of your car not going at a slow pace, would you disagree with that?
yeah.
And so, how fast would you say you would have been going?
I don't know.
I need you to guesstimate because you said you were tracking them. So how fast you were going? 1 mile, 2 mile?
I don't know. I can't answer that. I don't know. I don't remember.
You had mentioned in your testimony that you did not see anyone throw anything. Is that correct?
Yeah,
And you said you saw the book bag laying directly on the ground
yeah.
and it just had fallen?
When he fell, the book bag fell. The first time.
Immediately at the same spot.
Well, no, I wouldn't say the same spot. I can't remember exactly where, but I wouldn't say the same spot. I think it kind of fell down, so I can't really remember.
Well, you testified to it, and so that's why I want to make sure. But you testified on direct that it fell right there. So if you
Yeah.
want to correct that now, please.
I mean,
correct
can you explain what right there is? It could be here, it could be there. You saying right there? I don't know what right there is.
Well, I need to know because that was your testimony. Where did the book bag fall?
On the ground.
Where?
I mean, I have to look or something. I can't just say where exactly it was on the ground.
You saw the book bag. Though.
Yeah,
You saw the book bag on the ground.
yeah,
It was not down a hill in some grassy area. You personally saw it.
yeah. It was on the ground.
Okay. In your testimony, you personally saw the shoe come on.
Yeah,
Now, you are not testifying, I want to make sure I'm clear on this, you are not testifying today that the young man was shot while he was on the ground.
no,
Have you ever before, under oath, any testimony ever testified that he was shot on the ground?
testify. This is my first time
Yeah.
testifying.
Have you ever given any statements or anything to suggest that he was on the ground?
I believe so. I think.
You believe so? You have actually before, to law enforcement, said he was on the ground when he was shot?
That's what I was thinking. I mean, so much going on at one time. You know, like right after the incident, I'm calling my mom. So much going on. The social media thing going on. So much going
I
on
got
at
it.
one
So
time.
much going on, so much stuff in our heads, so much to pay attention to, and then time to figure out a different story.
No,
Well-
not a different story.
Well, originally, you have told law enforcement that he was on the ground when he was shot, correct?
Okay.
Not okay.
Yeah.
And we now realize that's not possible, correct?
Yeah.
And you know that's not possible, correct?
Yeah.
And now today you're telling something a little different, correct?
Not just today. When I spoke with him too,
When you spoke with who?
officer.
Okay. But you understand, we always want to try to get someone's statement as close to the event as possible, right? Because we want to get as accurate as possible. Is that a fair statement?
No.
You don't want to get someone's memory as close to the event as possible?
I mean, yeah, but that's not fair because no.
That's not fair. We don't want to know accurate. We don't want someone to plan. We don't want someone to think of something. Don't
No.
you want someone's memory as close to the event as possible?
No.
No? Why not?
I mean, no.
I mean, why not?
I mean, I don't know, but I mean, it shouldn't matter. If something happens, something happens. It don't matter when you ask them.
You got that exactly right. It shouldn't matter. When something happens, it should stay consistent. Is that a fair statement?
That's not what I just said.
So tell me what you said.
I just said when something happens. I never said nothing about being consistent or anything. I didn't say that.
Okay. So should someone's story change?
No.
No. That's what consistent means. So it should be consistent from one time to the next. Is that fair?
I mean, you said that, yeah.
You don't think a story should be consistent?
Yeah, story is consistent.
A story is consistent.
Should be, yeah.
Should be consistent. So at one point you told a story that he was shot directly on the ground, and then today you're saying he wasn't. Would you agree that's not consistent?
Yeah, but I think there was a misunderstanding because I don't think the officer was really understanding what I was saying. So I think he kind of misunderstood my explanation. That's what I think.
That's what you think?
Yeah.
And a few minutes ago, I asked you, you specifically stated that you said he was on the ground when he was shot. And there was a bunch going on in your head, and you were incorrect.
No, I didn't say that. I said the women was around him on the ground as I was passing back by the scene. So I couldn't
When
see.
I directly asked you about telling an officer or giving a statement that you said originally that he was on the ground when he got shot. That's what I asked you.
Yeah, but you just asked me something totally different pertaining. You didn't ask me the same thing.
What?
What you asked me prior to the question that you just asked me.
Do you remember, let's make it very simple. Do you remember at some point in time telling an officer, anybody, that Cyrus was on the ground when he got shot?
Yeah.
That's a yes.
Yeah.
Okay. That's not a confusion, that's not a trick question, that's a yes.
Yeah.
Today, you're saying that's different, correct?
Yeah.
You have met with law enforcement, solicitors, everybody in between those two times, yes?
Yeah.
And we realize the first thing that you said about shot on the ground is not possible.
No.
In a criminal case where the standard is beyond a reasonable doubt, those credibility issues became extremely important. After 8 hours of deliberation and multiple requests for clarification on the legal meaning of malice, the jury returned a unanimous not guilty verdict on June 1st, 2026. Rick Chow walked free. Now let's talk about the analysis. Cyrus entered that store. Picked up 4 bottles of water, then put them back. From the outside, that behavior may appear suspicious, but it could also be completely innocent. Maybe he changed his mind. Maybe he realized he did not have enough money. We simply do not know. What we do know is that Cyrus ran. My reading of the case is that the water was never the real issue. The gun was. Cyrus was carrying a loaded firearm that night. If police became involved, there was a real possibility that firearm would be discovered. Whether that explains why he ran is impossible to prove, but it is a factor that cannot be ignored. Then came the fall. That moment changed everything. Because if Andy Chow's version is accurate and Cyrus pointed the firearm at him, then the entire legal analysis changes.
Is why a 14-year-old would be illegally possessing a semi-automatic pistol, wandering the streets with that pistol, with a laser attached to that pistol. A laser to go ahead and ensure better accuracy when you fire the weapon. Because if he didn't have that weapon, he never would have had a weapon to draw on Andy Chow. He never would have had a weapon to put Andy Chow in danger. And he never would have had a weapon that would cause Mr. Chow to believe his son was going to be shot and have to make a split-second decision. Split-second decision. Why was he running? Why did he run? He did increase the suspicion at that point by running. And he really ran fast because he ran out of one of his shoes. Now, Reasonable to believe that he may have taken something? Absolutely. Reasonable to go ahead and follow him to see where he was going, in what direction, so he could tell the police? Absolutely. And he wasn't going to tackle him, he wasn't going to hold him, he wanted to see where he was going. Rick Chow, the defendant in this case, ran following his son and Mr. Carmack-Belton because he was trying to see what was going on with his son, protect his son, make sure his son was okay. He did not know what was going on. He had nothing to do with the determination in the store, but he was going out there to protect his son, to make sure his son was okay. It's his son.
You remember telling the dispatcher that you believed he might have stolen something.
That's what was being said. Yes, I said that. I was processing. I didn't want to be involved. When my mom stopped the vehicle, I told her to keep going because I did not want to be involved. My mom called 911 and she handed me the phone.
Okay.
We had the windows rolled up, and so it was muffled.
And when we talked to the 911 operator, do you remember specifically telling him you did not actually see the shooting?
I stated in my 911 call, I said, I think I saw it, and then my aunt was behind me, as you can hear in the 911 call. She said, no, Jasmine, he did shoot that boy, and I said, yes, he did.
And then when the officer, whatever they call those 911 officers, they asked you a question. Did you see him shoot the boy, or did you just hear the gun go off? And your response was, we just heard the gun go off, and then we happened to see the owner pointing the gun at the boy while he was on the ground. You remember that?
Correct.
It's not okay, is it? It's not okay?
I didn't say that it was okay for a child to have a gun. I never said that.
And then let me follow that up with that question. It's not okay, is it?
I mean, it depends on what point you come from. I don't.
Please explain. What point would make it okay for somebody under the age of 15 to possess a firearm?
I mean, I wouldn't know.
Well, you do know. You just said it depends. So let the jury know, based upon the questions from the state and your answer, when is it okay for someone under the age of 14 or a child to have a gun?
I mean, I wouldn't know. I mean, everybody had their own viewpoint of it. That's why I say it depends.
You saw the long young man put water bottles in, put water bottles back out several times, or twice maybe, I think.
Well, he took them out and then put them back.
And you thought there was nothing peculiar about this?
No.
Cyrus Belton went into the store with a firearm.
He did.
It was illegal for him to walk into the store with a firearm.
It was illegal.
Through your investigation, you found no money or payment ability for Cyrus to pay for anything in that store.
Did not.
The book bag you found had nothing inside of the book bag.
There's some papers in there, but essentially, no.
Your testimony is there was nothing strange that you thought of going inside of that store with nothing in it.
Correct.
And then finally, you have testified, we may disagree with it, we may not like it, but you would agree it is not against the law to follow and or chase somebody from leaving the store.
Not against the law, but once again, use and exercise common sense. The firearm being on him is the only thing that I would find that would be not right.
So is that, from your example, from looking at defense exhibit number 1, is that the light that was on the firearm that was found on scene that day?
It appears to be.
And that would be the firearm that we believe is in state's exhibit number 11.
Yes.
So again, through the course of your investigation, do you not find it strange, weird, peculiar that on the day before this, or within 24 hours, this is posted and then he goes into the store through your investigation?
You shouldn't have had a gun, period.
The defense repeatedly asked jurors to consider one question. What if Rick Chow had not been armed? If Andy truly faced an immediate threat, the outcome could have been very different. That does not mean the defense version is correct. It means the jury was presented with two competing narratives and ultimately concluded that prosecutors had not eliminated reasonable doubt, but the verdict did not end the controversy. Outside the courtroom, the case sparked heated debate across social media and within local communities. Some called for boycotts of Asian-owned businesses, arguing that the tragedy reflected broader community tensions. Others pushed back, saying criminal responsibility belongs to individuals, not entire groups.
I love when the black community says, let's boycott Asian businesses. Please do. We'll get rid of the Chinese takeout, the dry cleaners, the laundromats. Let's get rid of the liquor stores as well. Get rid of the Jordans you guys wear, the Nikes you wear, the shower caps, the Hondas, the Hyundais, all your car electricians, the electronics in your house, the Sony, the TV system, your sound system, the microphones that you guys use to rap and speak about awareness for the black culture and the hip hop culture. Where do you think that's made in? That's made all in Asia. And here's another thing for you guys. You guys want us to leave the neighborhood so bad? Oh, Asian people are in our neighborhoods? We're in white neighborhoods. We have our own Chinatown. We have our own Koreatown. You think we really need you guys to benefit off and make money? A lot of us do go to college as well. You're being outworked by immigrants who barely speak English. And you're not embarrassed? Go to the bank, start your own businesses, and deal with your own people. I want to see your own women get on their hands and knees and do pedicures and manicures and deal with nasty-ass attitudes, okay? Please, boycott Asian business. I'm all for it.
To sit up there and make it seem like we were bad parents because we were not. All of our children make mistakes, but I don't see anybody saying, oh, well, you know what? My kid did X, Y, and Z. My kid did X, Y, and Z. No, they're coming onto my page and try to demonize my child, and I will not have it. And it stops today. Keep your opinions to yourself. And until you are in my shoes and you have to bury a child, I don't want to hear nothing from you.
My grandma always used to say, people always think the grass is greener on the other side, but you still got to water that shit. And every time I see certain conversations online, I always think about that. I'm seeing some folks say black people shouldn't be boycotting Asian businesses. Y'all gonna see what happened to y'all. And I'm like, what happened to y'all? What happened to us? What happened to y'all? That's the part that always kind of gets me, right? If black people don't matter, if the black dollar ain't valuable, if black people are doing too much, then stop taking our money. It's really that simple. Go on and get all them other dollars. Open your stores exclusively in communities where you feel like people don't complain, don't protest, and they don't speak up. Since we're such a burden, go and see how much it works out for you. The irony is black people have spent generations fighting for equality, not just for black people, but for everybody. And now a lot of people that benefited from the fight that black people did, they want to say, just be quiet and shut up. But if it wasn't for us, they'd be no you. And now some of the people who benefited from black folks opening those doors act like black people don't bring nothing to the table. And that's why I don't get offended anymore. If you truly believe black people have no value, stand on business. Stop taking the black dollar. Stop opening businesses in black neighborhoods. Stop marketing to black consumers. And this let us know when that little experiment works out. Because see, my grandmama also taught me something else. Folks don't appreciate water until the well runs dry.
Asian businesses don't give back to the black community. I hear this talking point a lot, but to be fair, does any business give back to the community? This is what I think about a business. A business exists to make money. It's about supply and demand. They supply the demand and they make money from it. Some make a lot of money, some barely get by, and some don't make money. But is it also their obligation to give back to the community? I live by a Walmart and Target, and I don't remember a time they gave back to me. Like, are you saying they should support the local Little League team or something? Yeah, some businesses have like community programs, scholarships. But I'm not really fooled by that. I don't think they really care about the community. These are just marketing ploys, so it looks like they care about the community to get more people to come to their business. The only company I think that cares about the community is Costco because they keep hot dogs at $1.50. So personally, I don't think this is an Asian issue. So let's just take the word Asian out of it. Is it the obligation of any business to give back to the community? I personally don't think so.
If it had been a black man who pulled the trigger, most of them wouldn't be angry or demanding national attention. What many of them care about most is that an Asian store owner was involved. Now they want to cancel Asian people too. A 14-year-old had a loaded 9mm semi-automatic handgun with a laser attachment. Let's start there. Why did a minor have a gun in the first place? Legally, he shouldn't have had one. Why is it so hard for them to hold themselves accountable? And to make matters worse, why did he run? If someone accused you of stealing from their store and you were innocent, would you stay and clear your name or take off running? Instead of having an honest conversation about the facts, the cries of racism start immediately. That is one reason the culture keeps getting worse. There's no self-reflection, no accountability, and no willingness to address the real problems.
There is a lot of rising tension between the Asian and Black American community, with Black Americans saying, let's boycott some Asian businesses, and Asian Americans saying, stop attacking our people. And this is all being caused due to the acquittal of Rick Chow in the murder of Cyrus Carmack-Belton. And it's upsetting seeing this divide occur, because we should all be, with each other in solidarity as minorities, right? I think we can all agree that Rick Chow should be in prison. He shot and murdered a 14-year-old boy. However, why are we combating that with racism against one another? In my opinion, the only person that wins as the result of us attacking each other, us unfairly discriminating against Black Americans unfairly discriminating against Asian Americans, are the bigots that support Rick Chow being found not guilty. One man's actions should not justify demonizing an entire community. Calling in fake orders to Asian restaurants and boycotting small Asian businesses is not the answer. Do I discriminate against everybody from Vermont because Chester Arthur is the one that signed the Chinese Exclusion Act? No, I think that's unreasonable. I like Bernie. I hope some justice is served for Cyrus Carmack-Belton and his family finds peace.
I must say this, man, but this Asian boycotts should be permanent. There shouldn't be no 2-month trend and then we back buying their bullshit like we did with H&M, we did with Target and all of these stores. This should be permanent. These people has been disrespecting Black people for the longest time. This is not new. They've been doing it. There has been shooting Black child in their head. There has been shooting Black child in their back. This is not their first rodeo. They've been doing it. You feel me? They take the most from the Black community when you really think about it. Most of the stores is set up in the Black community. Most of the store. All over the fucking world, if you really think about it. In Africa, they're there. In Jamaica, they're there. They're everywhere. Leeching. Acting as if they're doing Black people some type of service by selling plastic rice. Selling clothes that will fucking burn you. That will fucking get you sick, give you cancer. Selling hair product that will give you cancer. So they do sell Black people the bottom of the barrel when it comes to product. They don't sell Black people the good shit. They sell Black people the fucked up shit. And they purposely sabotage Black businesses. They make sure to sell Black businesses the stuff at a higher price. So whenever Black people try to sell it back to other Black people, they can't afford it. So they end up have to come back to the Chinaman to buy it, because they do it on purpose. They've been doing this shit, man. So this boycott should be permanent. This shouldn't be no temporary fix. This should be a permanent fix. This also going to highlight more Black businesses. One, this will help Black people health even more, because they be selling plastic rice. That ain't good for your health. They be selling fucking jankro, pigeon, this guy's as chicken. They be selling fucking all kind of bullshit. This guy's as food. So Black people should take this as a lesson and take this as a blessing in disguise, man. Use this opportunity to uplift, promote Black businesses, and move better from here.
That Asian bigot came on and said that if we were to boycott Asian establishments, that basically they'll stop, they'll close their laundromats, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. That's the point. The point is for you to close out your establishments. Because let me just say this first and foremost. Black people, first and foremost, it's a huge assumption to believe that Black people aren't resourceful enough to be able to do these things. We were doing these things before there was actual laundromats, okay? We've always been resourceful. And let's not pretend that Asian establishments would not be able to thrive the way that they are thriving if it wasn't for the business that black people give to them. Because we all know that in predominantly white communities, aside from the Chinese restaurants, white people would never allow a bunch of Asian establishments to come and infiltrate their area. Absolutely not. And most white areas, they have their own stores. They do their own things. And we need to really take a page from their book. But first and foremost, to assume that we need their laundromats or we need them in any aspect is insane. Especially the fact that I don't think that we really tap into the fact that many of us are resourceful in itself. We have the education, we have the businesses, a lot of black women make their own hair products. Like, we really can tap into each other once again. Our spending power is $1.7 trillion. And I think that these things are happening today with the whole disenfranchising of black women, defunding our HBCUs, the Voter Rights Act, all the things that are happening really telling us, and I think all signs is leading to the fact that we need to once again stand in solidarity. We keep on asking for allyship with everybody else, but we haven't even fully mastered the foundation of being allies within our own community. And the minute that we start to do that, people will not be bold enough to fix their face and say, we'll close our laundromats if you decide to boycott. We'll take this from you and we'll take that from you. Not realizing that if it wasn't for us, they would be out of business, because we all know that the Asian community needs us for business as much as they think that we need them for comfortability. All I'm going to say is that our ancestors, literally, when they were boycotting, they walked where they needed to go. I'm talking about for miles in order to set the record straight. And it really made a lot of changes. It really did. It made a huge difference. We're not boycotting enough, guys. We're not boycotting enough. And I do believe that there should be some examples. I don't think that we should be rioting and vandalizing the store. I think that we need to stand in solidarity and come to an agreement that at this present time, we're just going to backtrack from those establishments and start focusing on our own. Anyway, you guys let me know. Be sure to like, share, and follow for more.
I'm not going to pretend I fully understand what kind of pain black people go through on a daily basis. That would be a complete lie. It's almost same as, I can understand childbirth. I don't understand women go through during the childbirth because I'm a man and I will never get to experience that. Some black people pointed out, I say all these things because black people want to boycott Asian-owned businesses. Personally, it doesn't affect me. I don't have anything to sell you, or I don't own any business. I'm not scared of that. I just want peace with everybody. This isn't about money, at least for me.
And I need the black community to be serious about boycotting Asian businesses. A change absolutely needs to happen. 14-year-old Cyrus, forever 14, because an Asian man, Rick Chow, pew-pewed him in the back for walking into his store, picking up water bottles, and putting them back down. Dollar water bottles wasn't worth this little boy's life. And let's not forget that his Asian wife was the one that instructed him that Cyrus has stolen. See, Asian women can be just as detrimental to black men and black little boys as white women when they tell their lies. And Asian men are just as harmful as white men. Y'all come into our neighborhoods, y'all own our grocery stores, our corner stores, our beauty supplies, our gas stations, our dry cleaners. You overcharge us and you treat us like criminals every time we step into the business. When you open up a nail salon / eyebrow, your biggest customers are black women. We put the most money into the Asian community and y'all match us with discrimination. Black people, we gotta put our foot down. We cannot continue to put money into the Asian community to continue to be met with them being the model minority and perpetuating the same harm as white people.
This video is strictly for that man, that Asian man to be specific, that made that declaration and tried to triple double dog dare the black community to boycott the Asian community, to boycott nail salons, beauty supply stores, Chinese food stores, any type of business that is owned by an Asian. You tried to dare us and tell us and challenge on how far we can get with boycotting y'all businesses. You must not know. You must not understand what our buying power is. If it wasn't for us, this shit would not be moving. And I wish a lot of us would understand that. Understand how far our money goes. How necessary it is for our money to move this economy here in the United States and around the world. We are that. We are that. We need to stop spending our money. I literally need to get my nails done. I was planning on getting my nails done this weekend. I needed to make an appointment. I told myself earlier this week, Kiana, make an appointment to go get your nails done. Now all this shit then popped off. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to have to sacrifice not getting my nails done. I'm going to have to sacrifice not getting my nails done because we need to start standing on business. We cannot continue to let these people disrespect us. It has gone on for far too long. Far too long. We have to set a precedent for what we will and will not accept. What happened with that young man that got shot? It was in South Carolina that was killed in cold blood. That was murder. That young man was murdered over a bottle of water that he did not even steal. And that man got to walk off scot-fucking-free and still have his business or businesses within our communities. How dare you have your businesses set up in our communities and you just pillaging us off, picking us off. Y'all, we need to stand for something. Y'all need to stand for something. Whatever it is that you get from out of these Asian businesses, there is a Black business that you can support, whether it is within your community or even if you got to start ordering stuff online for these businesses. Y'all drop in my comments what city you're in and give our people some options on if you're in Atlanta, nail techs that can do your nails, beauty supply stores. And this is for any city. Y'all drop in these comments and start naming these Black service providers that you know that we frequent when it comes to these Asian people so that we can start giving our money to our people. It needs to stop. It needs to stop. And it's unfortunate that every Asian business is going to be impacted by this. But at this point, I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn. I understand not all of you all are like this or that all of you all are not a part of the problem. But unfortunately, y'all gonna all have to suffer for what your people continue to do to my people. Y'all drop in the comments and start naming nail salons, beauty supplies, all of that, restaurants. I don't know, whatever it is that you guys are getting from these Asian stores in your city, we need to create some type of database so that we can start finding alternatives to get this stuff done. And y'all, as a Black community, we need to make it easier for us to use our own services. We need to make it easier. I like the convenience of being able to walk into the nail salon or being able to go on my nail salon's website and immediately get an appointment within a matter of 24 to 48 hours. Please drop some nail tech names in Atlanta that it don't take an arm and a leg for you to make an appointment to get a builder gel. That's all I need is a builder gel fill and maybe some designs every now and again. Y'all, please drop in the comments and start sharing these Black businesses that we can frequent across the United States because we need to set the fucking tone. We need to let that motherfucker know that we're not here to play. You want to call our bluff? We can show you better than we can motherfucking tell you. Y'all, stand on something. Like I said in one of my previous videos. Y'all like to go at it in these comments. Y'all like to play big and bad in these comments. All of y'all be playing in these comments about what you're going to do to somebody. Y'all jump on here about what you're going to do to somebody on y'all videos. This is what we need y'all to do. This is what we all need to band together and do. Stand for something. Let's fucking make it happen.
I couldn't wait to get home and do this video. This crackerjack right here, he was talking to y'all. He wasn't talking to me. You know why he wasn't talking to me? Because I shop black owned. But let me show you. My hair products, right? Black owned. You know who this is. Black owned. Rice water, rosemary water, black owned. Botanica oil, black owned. For my locks, black owned. If I wanted a dude, black owned. Okay? For my kids, black owned. Edge control, black owned. Let me come over here. Edge control, black owned. Now, if I wanted something for my body, black owned. Y'all know who she be. Black owned. Okay? We get this? Now, if I want to wash my face, black owned. Okay? If I wanted to smell good, black owned. Let me open it so y'all see. Black owned. If I wanted my house to smell good, black owned. And all of that right, black owned. Black owned. If I wanted to wipe my butt, let me turn this around, baby. And I just got a package for 2 more. Black owned. If I wanted to wash my clothes, black owned. Black owned. Vitamins, more vitamins. Black owned. Okay? Black owned. Now for my hormones and stuff. Black owned. But if I wanted to sage out my house, I can't find my other ones, but baby, black owned. Black owned. Everything in my house is black owned. I support my black peoples. He was talking to y'all. He was not talking to me. And this is what I mean. You give them an inch, they take a mile. This black owned in this in here. Black owned. Black owned. It's matter of fact, I got black owned books. Books. Black owned. Everything is black owned with me. I support my people. Matter of fact, forgot, girl. If I wanted my house, mop my floors, baby. Mop my floors. Black owned. What else did I forget? It's so much stuff in my house that's black owned. Black owned. He was talking to y'all. He was not talking to me. He could never talk to me. I don't go there. I don't go to none of them. Y'all, I don't get my nails done. And I do my kids here, my husband here. Black owned.
I worked for those Asian businesses you guys are boycotting, and I say, go do it. Not even getting into how I was fired over not being suitable for a receptionist job, even though I have community organizing underneath my belt. The person who trained me said that mixed people and light skins have a different culture altogether from darker black people. And when I said, how do you figure that? She said, well, they just act different. They act different. I was like, no, they don't. I was like, I think I would know. I am biracial. I think I would know. And she tried to keep it going, and I put my head down and I ignored her. I also heard them complain about black customers being difficult after they had to deal with 10 Karens in a row. You guys might want to boycott.
Asian people are racist. It is taught in our own home countries, and it is taught when we come to America. And it really needs to be addressed, because look at this. This happening with what happened 35 years ago, it's not a coincidence. But before you come online and you preach solidarity and you get mad because you're Asian and black people are saying to boycott our businesses, how do you not understand that that would be a regular response? It was really disheartening to see a lot of creators use this as rage bait and use the fact that he's black and he's a child, call him and refer to him as black boy, and just do really weird things for clickbait, or use statistics to preach solidarity. That's just not the way to do it. If you are Asian and you do not know the historical context of slavery, how black people were eaten, how black people's skin was used as furniture, how black people were used as bait, It is disgusting. And you can really only unpack your anti-Blackness once you have really done your research and educated yourself on what being Black really is. And we will never understand it, especially being East Asian and being lighter skinned. You will never ever understand it. So we have to every single day unpack this and every single day do whatever we can to show Black people that we are allies, because these videos that I'm seeing it's not normal. Black people have every right to be mad. Black people have every right to want to boycott our businesses, especially when one of their children can come into a business of ours and potentially lose their life. You can't just come on here and say you need to talk to your elders. It is your responsibility as lighter complexion Asian to talk to your elders when you don't even know what Black people went through. You have to really educate yourself so that you understand that slavery was so disgusting, and the racism that happens till this day to Black people is disgusting, and from our own people. Justice for Cyrus Carmack-Belton. This should be exactly what it is, which is a loss of a child, hoping for some kind of justice for Cyrus.
Oh man, no man, I can't stop. Hey y'all, I can't stop watching that video, y'all. I can't stop watching that video. How they killed that 14-year-old boy, bro. That boy ain't do nothing wrong, man. I just seen the video. He ain't do nothing wrong. He showed them he ain't have a gun. He put down his backpack. He did everything that they asked. He emptied his pockets. He ain't do shit wrong, nigga. I swear to God, man. To my Black community, bro. I swear to God, I'm so mad, G. I can't do shit. I'm so mad, bro. I ain't got nobody behind me. I can't do nothing, man. I'm so mad. It's like I'm by myself with this shit. Please listen to me, bro. To my Black community, bro. And to the whites. And to anybody else that want to join in, but to my Black community. Don't fuck with them Asians, bro. We taking our money back, bro. No, bro. No, go. I'm telling you, ladies, listen to me, ladies. I know y'all gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna go to the best person who provide the best service. This ain't about that no more, man. Fuck them. You got Mexicans, you got Puerto Ricans, you got Blacks who do the same shit. Stop going. Please make this viral. Stop fucking with them. We taking our dollar from them, bro. Please do that shit, man. I can't do this shit by myself, bro. I can't do this shit by myself, bro. Please, bro. Please, I'm begging y'all, man. Do something right. Do something right. Please do something right. Please, bro. Please, I'm just begging y'all, my people. Please, we gotta get this lick back. Don't give them no more of our money, man.
The jury answered the legal question before it, but the social questions that emerged afterwards remain deeply contested. The Carmack-Belton family has already filed a wrongful death civil lawsuit where the burden of proof is significantly lower than in criminal court. So while the criminal case is over, the legal battle is not. So the question is, was justice served in that courtroom, or did the burden of proof protect the wrong person? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more legal knowledge, breakdowns, and insights as we continue unpacking the law and justice, one case at a time.